Welcome to Flourish. I'm Diane Planidin, and you're in the right place if you're ready to create inspired life. And we do so by working on our own personal development, so we can be strong role models for those we love and mentor, and strong for our own personal well-being. Well, as promised, this week's episode is a bonus in our journey through Zig Ziglar's book, See You at the Top. Now, what do I mean by the bonus round? Well, it's all about the subconscious mind. Now, granted, some of the things he says in this book are no longer true about the subconscious mind. You can't learn a new language while you're sleeping, but the subconscious mind is still there. And put very simply, it is what we utilize once we've learned something. Because we're always learning, we're always growing, we're always doing. That's what humans are made for, and our brains are truly spectacular about. So just give you an example. When you learn to walk, you don't have to relearn it every day. When you learn to ride a bicycle, you don't have to relearn it. That's where all of those memories are stored in your subconscious superpower. So the idea is to use it for greatness, not for beating yourself over the head all the time because life isn't fair. It's to lift your spirits, fill your mind, body, soul, spirit with positive vibes, because that's what it will remember and will utilize. That's how habits are formed. We're like little robots that we continually need to program. And Zig begins the chapter by giving you an example of how, if you were to hire an employee, let's say you worked on your own and you wanted to hire somebody, would you hire someone and then treat them poorly, berate them, fill them with negative vibes? No. You hire someone, you're spending money, you'd encourage them. You would praise them for a job well done. You want that person to stick around. Well, you can do the same thing with yourself. Positive self-talk, not negative. And I know that's hard. I know that's hard because you're looking at the past constantly. But the past is past, and it's for learning to move forward. It's not for living in. You cannot live in the past. There's only one present. And it's right here, right now, and the subconscious mind is your superpower. Okay, so here's what he has to say. The conscious mind is the calculating, thinking, reasoning portion of your mind. It has the capacity to accept or reject whatever it is presented. Generally speaking, whatever you learn is learned consciously. However, if you're going to do anything well, you must move it from the conscious to the subconscious. You have to keep getting on that bicycle until you really learn how to ride it. Here we go. The subconscious mind has a perfect memory. Everything you have ever seen, heard, smelled, tasted, touched, or even thought about has become a permanent part of the subconscious mind. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year long. The subconscious mind is awake and responsive. It accepts without question what it is told and doesn't analyze or reject any information. It accepts a command or instruction and fills orders just like you're typing on your computer, right? Whatever you type out, that's what's going to be there. So the subconscious mind, he says, has both unlimited power potential and storage capacity for all the information we feed into it, whether that's good or bad, right? He gives a few helpful hints. Make sure that you're organized. Clean off your desk, clean your space, your little nesting area that you want to create in. Make it organized, make it productive, do one thing at a time, and you'll get that little bonus reward dopamine hit of a job well done. That takes focus. But if you do one thing at a time, because you may never ever feel like it, it's so much more gratifying. Now, he has 6 steps to deliberately use the subconscious mind. He says it's an exciting possibility for you, and the benefits are almost unlimited. So, there are 6 steps or prerequisites necessary to deliberately use the subconscious mind on a daily basis. First, you should know that everything you've seen, heard, smelled, tasted, touched, or thought about has become a permanent part of you. It's in the computer, stored and waiting for you to use. This computer of yours can take isolated facts acquired over a period of many years and tie them together in a marvelous manner. You can have solutions to problems and answers to questions that will astound you, especially the first few times it happens. You're connecting the dots, right? Second, you should know that the subconscious mind responds to stimuli, not pressure. You can't demand an answer by a specific time. That won't work. You can stimulate the subconscious into further activity by increasing your information, increasing your knowledge. More new material you add, the more usable the information you already have will become. That part is really interesting because when you have a memory of something that happened in the past, you've already learned something or how to do something. As you continue to feed yourself knowledge, to feed your brain information to process, it's almost like we're a personal chat GPT internally in our brains, because that's what chat GPT does. It scours the internet for information and then gives you a response based on the information it has found. Try it if you haven't. It's really quite fascinating. It's not foolproof, but I thought that might be a good example to explain what he was saying here in very simple terms to today's technology. Within our own brains, we have the power to connect the dots. We always have, we always will, but that's where it comes from. So the more stimulus you can give to your brain, the more information, the better, because it'll start connecting more dots. And we can grasp information from all different sources, right? Now, for number 3, third, he says, you should remember you can fool or mislead the subconscious mind. If you put the wrong thoughts or information in, the subconscious mind will respond. That's why it's so important to be careful about the books you select and read, the company you keep, the TV programs and movies you watch. If you put negative stuff in, you'll get negative feedback. Garbage in, garbage out. I have actually a different example of that, and that's for your health. Next time you're tempted because somebody brought in cupcakes or donuts or something to put in front of you, and you're on a mission to get healthy, you're on a mission to reduce your sugar consumption, whatever it might be, for your own personal well being or that of your family. Just remind yourself, dig into your subconscious, that you already know what it tastes like. You're not going to experience anything new. It'll be a short term sugar rush for a long term weight problem. And I've actually used this idea on myself when being offered something that I know will go straight to the hips. I just say, you know what? To myself, I already know what that tastes like. I do not need that experience again. I already know. I really enjoyed that. But I don't need to repeat that because I already know it. Mm. Let that sink in a little bit. Just an idea. It's what I do. So I thought I'd share that personal antidote with you. Number 4, don't take your problems to bed with you. Eh, he says, is erroneous advice because that's a place to solve many of your problems. Ah, interesting, right? Here's how. When you lie down at night, relax and get perfectly still. Then relive the happy experiences of the day and put all the disagreeable experiences aside. As you lie there, be still and know that it's this quietness that produces power. Wow, quietness produces power. As you lie there, listen and reflect on all the blessings that are yours. Yes, a moment of gratitude. A quiet confidence will come over you as you listen for words and seek strength that will enable you to succeed and be happy in the game of life. This procedure will enable you to go into your deepest level of sleep. Your security is almost total. Negatives don't exist, so your creative or subconscious mind is free to do its thing. Tranquility produces creativity. I have just discovered a typo I've never noticed in this book before. This is amazing. He says there's 6 steps. I just did number 4. There's no number 5, but there is a 6th. That's hilarious. I don't even know. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, the next step, the final step, the recommendation that he gives is to have a pen and paper, some type of way of writing down your thoughts when they come to you. And while you're sleeping, have it at your bedside. I know I have my phone at my bedside because it's also my alarm clock. And I probably shouldn't, but that's where my little reminders go. That's where my notes go. And I'm actually going to switch to pen and paper and put my phone in another room. The alarm can still go off and I will still hear it. But that's a great idea. Just have something handy that works for you and write down when a thought comes to mind. And it might be in the middle of the night, it might be in the middle of a dream, it might be a aha moment. There's a reason your mind has woken you from your slumber, and that's because you just had a great idea, solved a problem, learned something subconsciously. I love it. I love it. So he says you woke up for a reason. Don't blow it by trying to get 5 more minutes of sleep. Incidentally, if you experience any difficulty going back to sleep, you should quietly and confidently close your eyes and say, thank you. Thank you for health, wealth, happiness, and peace. I love this. He says, repeat it over and over. Tranquility produces creativity. That is absolutely wonderful. And he says, as you follow these steps, you'll be amazed at how fast you get answers to questions. Just as significant is the fact that you get results, your confidence will grow. This will give you more results, which gives more confidence. Ad infinitum. Ad infinitum is a Latin phrase, and it literally means to infinity. So this process will repeat again and again and again. So as you practice this, you will grow as a person. Your confidence will get stronger and stronger and stronger. And as a result, it'll keep going and going. You'll keep getting results. It'll keep repeating over and over again. Give it a try. Got nothing to lose. Doesn't cost you any money. Have those positive discussions with yourself before you go to sleep. During the day, focus straight ahead, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. We're all human, right? It's the best way to get the most rewards, and you will live a more inspired life. Next week, it's all about work. So if you like the show, share it with someone you know, and you do not want to miss the next episode. Hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions, if you have any feedback, if you have any ideas that you just want to share with the universe, make sure you're on my YouTube channel and you post it in the comments. And it's there for the world to see what works for you. And if you're struggling, please know you are not alone, because we are all human. We all bleed, but we are feeling animals that have this superpower to think, and harness that superpower. Harness it with all of your heart and keep moving forward. You're still here, you're resilient, and there's a reason for that. I'll see you next week.